to the first session of The Lost Continent. We have had session 0. My chat says emote only, but I know that's not true because we just posted messages in there, so it should be fine. Anyhow, due to some people out sick, Naz is filling as a guest player. Apparently there are some flus, stomach bugs, etc. going viral as there are a lot of family events going on this time of year, and a lot of people have come down ill. But we are surviving, and Naz is standing in for Ureli tonight, playing a slightly different character than the Sea Elf, but that spot works pretty well. She'll be playing a Dampier Wizard as a guest star for the night. I'm going to adjust my audio real quick. All right. I'm going to trust this is a bit better. So without further ado, we will start with our guest star. So Naz, would you like to introduce yourself?
The audio is exactly the same, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so weird. I just spiked the... So Naz, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
I'll go second. I need to copy someone.
Okay. All right. Ian, you want to start?
Sure. Hey, everyone. I'm Ian, aka Artful Thinking. I am playing Sir Wellington, your sugar high-induced, chaotic 5-year-old gnome wizard.
All right. And Naz, you go for it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Naz, and I will be playing Abigail, a Dampire Wizard, and yeah, I will be guest playing for tonight.
Naz will be our guest player tonight. And then, lastly but not least, Matt.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt. Handle is Duckly10 on TikTok. I am playing Marcus, our sweet little Southern youth pastor cleric, who just realized how in over his head he is with this current adventure.
He will figure it out.
If you watched the last stream, he had a lot of yelling. A lot of yelling to do.
Just a bit of yelling. Yeah, just a bit of yelling.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. Had a couple freakouts. Now he's fine.
Totally fine. Yeah, no.
Fine is a relative term at this point. So last session, what we had was everyone was traveling from the war-torn continent of Veltala by boat over to the much more peaceful continent of Geshael. No, not Geshael. Gilead. And they wound up being blown off course by a storm and shipwrecked off the coast of what one of the crew identified as Geshael, a continent thought lost thousands of years ago during a demonic incursion on the mortal realm. So now you guys are working on figuring out what to do and what your next move will be. And I am just sliding my sensitivity level up and down until I find the right level for...
It spiked for us hard. I had to turn you down to 50.
It's like, hello.
So I'm just sitting here going, all right, that's too loud. This now needs to be quieter. This is too quiet. It needs to be louder. All right, so Naz, we will start with you as our guest. Whenever you're not here to play, what we're going to do is Abigail will operate as an NPC. And I'll just kind of have her there in the background. Should we ever be short on personnel, so you can come in if you're available to kind of pick her up and play her. And in the meantime, she'll operate as an NPC. The main party just got back from a scouting mission just over the ridge to a nearby village. They found some shadow wraiths there, which they fought off quite successfully. And found what could potentially be a decent outpost for, well, it's staging ground for their camp at least. Only 2 boats have made it to shore. The rest seem to have been destroyed by what my wonderful players have designated the crocopus. You guys will find out what the locals call it later. And Naz, we will start with following Abigail. So Abigail was not so lucky as to get on one of the lifeboats. You were below deck when the ship struck the rocks and were washed out into the open seas. Luckily for you, being half vampire, your father the vampire that he is, you do not need to breathe, so you do not drown. You are able to kind of grab hold of something after some time spinning under the water, and you're able to stabilize yourself and swim your way to shore. So we'll pick up with you kind of just crawling out of the water, more or less. Crawling, walking, whatever you would do. And as you emerge from the ocean waves, you look around to find yourself on this barren landscape. All forms of life devoid. Any plants look like they were charred to a crisp and died long ago. There's no birds, no critters running around on the shore. Absolutely nothing. No minnows playing in the water. This place just seems as dead as it can be. And the ground itself seems to be volcanic ash mingled with cooled magma and these sort of sharp, jagged rock formations that just dot not only the coastline, but seems to be the entire landscape going inward. Where would you like to go first? Would you like to go down the coast? Would you like to climb the hill and get a view of the land beyond? Or would you like to turn back towards the ocean and get a view that direction?
Okay, so go towards I climb onto the shore, and there's like a bunch of dead stuff and the rocks and stuff, and the hill is deeper into that landscape?
Yeah, basically.
Or...
So basically, you've kind of washed up, and there's this large, steep kind of cliff right in front of you. You could climb up it without a problem. So there's clearly more inland that direction. And or you could just walk, or you could just stay on the sandy beach part at the little foot of this cliff and walk either direction down the shore or look back out towards the ocean.
I'm just gonna climb up the hill.
All right. When you get to the top, can you make a perception check for me?
Yes.
I'm going to drop in the... There we go. In the player chat so that you can see some art.
17.
17. Okay, sweet. All right. All right, I am going to scroll up here. Let me tag you on this, Naz. All right, so I tagged you in the player chat. Oh. Oh no, that's why. You're not in the player chat. I'm going to put this in the general chat so you can see it. All right. So you see this same barren landscape for just miles ahead. And as you look out, you can see some life of some sort moving in the distance. Whatever you're looking at doesn't seem to make sense to you, though. It's almost like your brain can't comprehend what it's looking at. It looks wrong. Like there's clearly some sort of animals moving out there, but the movements that they're doing, it's like when you're playing a video game and the animations are just off. You can't quite place it, but you know something is wrong, and there's no way this would look that way at all in real life. You know something looks wrong, but you can't put your finger on it. That's the feeling you get as you look out across the landscape and you see these, whatever they are, moving farther inland. To your left, there appears to be a village a few miles away. You cannot tell if there's anyone there or not. But it is the first man-made structure you've seen since washing ashore.
Right? So she's gonna like get to the like crest of the hill, I guess, and like she's gonna like try to wring the water off her clothes, and she's just gonna like look over the kind of like very eerie like
Very eerie.
landscape, and she's just gonna like, my goodness, it is beautiful, and she's gonna beeline for the village.
Your character would
I
love
love it. Yeah.
You know, as a
Sure.
wizard, you can just use prestidigitation. Doesn't cost a spell slot or anything. It's a cantrip, and it just magically dries you off instantly.
Use what?
Prestidigitation.
Yep.
It's a long word, I know.
It's not something you have to
Dries
like
you off?
cast. It's just something you can basically just do.
Oh,
It's
sure.
Insta cleaning.
Yep.
Dry yourself off then.
It's a basic level spell. No,
Cool.
no, Talarius, sadly not. Selkie had had an event with family tonight. So I think it was like
that,
the what?
Yeah, her.
I think Selkie had to do some studying.
Oh no, you're right.
think
You're
it
right.
was.
Yeah,
Cole had the family,
Yeah.
Cole had the family. Euralia's got, I think, the sick kids.
which always.
And
is-
then
always
and
kinda
yeah,
stings.
no, and then yeah, a few people. I don't remember which was which. You're right, but it was Selkie who had the test that's coming up. So yeah, don't worry. She'll be there for tomorrow night. She's gonna be there for tomorrow night. Although to be perfectly honest, we
test.
please don't tell her this, but we'd probably have more health proceeding without her running into every treasure room for a night. But we don't want that because we like the shenanigans that Selkie does. We like the shenanigans that I wasn't worried about that, of course. Yeah, no, she's not here tonight, sadly. She will be back next week though. But yeah, we're excited for the shenanigans next week. Not next week,
She
tomorrow.
always gets into shenanigans.
She does. She has good luck like that.
And all our characters get turned to statues in this world.
She's had some pretty bad luck with that, yeah. All right, so as you guys as you're working your way down towards the village, as Abigail's heading down towards the village, we're going to tab back over. Oh, I just realized you are in the wrong spot, my friend. You are where Kieran is.
Who?
There we go.
Oh.
There we go. I was like,
Oh,
no,
cool.
wait, that's not right. You're not Kieran. Just going to shift you over there now. Okay. That's more like it. I
All right.
knew something looked off. I just couldn't place it. I'm going to put you on that on you, Matt. You didn't tell me I had the wrong character by your name.
I don't even have the stream on, so
Oh, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
I didn't even know.
So, Marcus and Sir Wellington. Kieran and Callie have gone off to kind of check what supplies they had. Just trying to make sure that they're ready, they're armed, etc. I think Callie was going back to rummage through the coffin with the statue of the elf in it to see if there was anything of use in there. What would Sir Wellington and Marcus be doing while they're off doing that?
Well, Marcus is going to try out his new spell. He's been ritual casting it. I'm going to cast augury, whatever that is. So Sir Wellington has basically seen Marcus for the past 10 minutes. 11 minutes actually. Basically praying over these sticks. And he's just sort of wondering if they'll have more, if they'll be successful trying to go out and search for more survivors.
Okay.
So yeah, any omens that he can read?
So what are you asking for specifically? Like, you want to know if there are any other survivors along the coast, or?
Well, more so like if we have a search party go out and try and find survivors, how well is it going to go? More or less.
Okay. And you're asking this of your god specifically?
Yes.
All right. You hear silence.
Ah, damn it. All right. He's just gonna pick up the sticks and just put them back in his pouch. Of course, nothing happens. Sir Wellington, how are you doing?
Could you roll a religion check real quick?
Yes, I can, because I am proficient in religion.
Well, all
Perfect.
that would have been going on. Sir Wellington would be like, with the dagger he found, just jabbing it into the ground, while also like flipping through his like book, just like with this really weird look on his face, and then like stabs the occasionally just stab the dagger into the ground, leave it there, go into his bag, pull out a cookie, break off a piece, hand some to Snickers, and then keep eating it himself.
That is adorable.
I love it.
That's a 17 on the check.
Nice. You can sense that something is interfering with your deity's ability to communicate with you. Something is directly cutting you off.
13 hails. Sir Wellington, any just sort of see Sir Wellington doing what he's doing? Well, he looks like he's happy at least.
He has a very confused look on his face.
Sir Wellington, are you all right?
Well, I mean, so when I found this bag, I found this book, and since I found this book, I've been able to do this like magical stuff, and it's been cool. But like all of a sudden, I'm starting to understand like some of these other things in here, and I don't know what triggered it, but my brain hurts.
Okay, Marcus is a little bit worried. He's gonna walk over to Sir Wellington and go, can I check it out really quick? Maybe I can help with something.
I hand over the spell book.
Yeah, he's flipping through it. What is this spell book? Is it just a spell book?
Yeah.
It is just a common wizard spell book. Make an Arcana check for me.
Ah, crap. Does he? He does not have good Arcana. Okay, let's see. That's an 11.
Okay. Seems like an ordinary spellbook to you. You don't see what the problem is. Should be fine.
So, Marcus will just flip through the pages of the book. I think this looks alright. Looks like a normal spell book to me. Then again, I am not a practitioner of the arcane. And he's gonna hand the book back to Sir Wellington. Well, what kind of stuff can you do with it? Or what stuff can you do now because of it?
It looks like I can make it easier for us to do things. I can open locked doors, I think. That's gonna be fun. I can get to all the snacks, that they lock away.
Oh, gods.
Yeah. And I think I can protect myself a bit better.
Well, seeing as what we encountered a few hours ago, how long was that encounter? How long ago was that encounter with the race? Was it recently or like a couple
Maybe
days?
maybe a couple hours ago at this point.
Okay. Well, with what we encountered a couple hours ago, I think we'll need all the protection we need. Although, issue is, I think there's someone trying to stop me from communicating with Calyodne.
I don't know what to do about that. His eyes just get really big as he thinks, just looks up at you, and pulls out a piece of beef jerky. Want some beef jerky instead, though?
He's gonna just like kind of blink for a couple seconds. Yeah, I would actually like some beef jerky, and he's gonna take it and just start nomming on it. But he will also think like, what could interfere with a cleric's wine to a deity?
Make an Arcana or Religion check.
We're gonna do religion.
Can I do this as well as I'm just sitting there and see if it just comes to me?
Yeah,
Because I had been flipping through that
That'd
book.
be great.
you can. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do it based off of probably Arcana. Yeah, it
that
doesn't
is
matter.
gonna be-
Arcana and religion are exactly the same for me.
Fair enough. That's gonna be an
Nat
unnatural
20.
20 for me.
I got a nat 20, so 24 for me.
Unnatural 20 on religion for me. That is awesome, man.
Nice.
First nat 20 of the session.
All right. You know for a fact there's only one thing that can actually interfere with your god's ability to communicate with you, and that would be something of demonic origin. And I don't mean
Right.
something that's simple. I mean that it takes a decent amount of power to interfere with communication to your god.
Like demon lord kind of thing, or like
Doesn't necessarily mean that level, but at least a high-ranking officer in the Demon Lord's army.
well, shit. Okay.
With the nat 20, you can also get a sensation or being put in an entirely different dimension. That is also an option, yes. Thanks, Hilarious. You can, with the nat 20, you can also get a sense of roughly where it seems to be coming from. You basically with the nat 20 on religion, you're kind of like mulling through, checking notes, etc., and you just suddenly get this chilling sensation down your spine, which you recognize from any time you've ever encountered like just the lowest level demon, but this is a very potent sensation. And
The
this
lowest what?
a lowest ranking demon, just like a
Okay.
something that's very basic, like a little abyssal, I don't know, chicken or something.
Would because just in general, I wouldn't have had too much exposure, but would this have been something that he might have been exposed to with the people he was running from?
What was your role again?
Hmm?
What was your role?
Mine was a nat 20.
Yours was what?
So with Arcana or a religion, but they're both the same, it would be 24.
Yeah. Um.
If not, I'm just gonna be like, it just doesn't feel right.
So you would recognize this as something from around those individuals' possessions and stuff. You don't know what it is though. Marcus, what was your role then? I had it mixed up. I thought Marcus rolled the nat 20.
No, mine was an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20. Okay, okay. Um, so I take that back then. You wouldn't know exactly where it's coming from. You just know that it was a higher powered demon that could do this.
Okay.
Sir Wellington knows where it's coming from, but doesn't know what it is.
enough.
When you were
So I have a general direction.
you have a general direction. Since Marcus didn't get the nat 20, he doesn't know where it's coming from, but he knows this is a high level demon that's doing this. Sir Wellington knows where it's coming from, but doesn't know what it is. So you kind of have opposite ends of the information, different pieces to the puzzle.
Nice.
I look up at Marcus. It's like, it doesn't feel good from coming from that direction, but I wouldn't want to go over there because it feels like the bad people.
Marcus is gonna look over to where Sir Wellington is just pointed, and sort of go, "Yeah, I don't blame you. The only person that can do something like that is a high-ranking demon. Maybe not demon lord per se, but something powerful. So you are right on that point. It is very bad guy."
While you guys are continuing to converse here, Naz, Abigail makes her way to this village. It's completely abandoned. There does not appear to be anyone there at all. Has not been for some time. What would you like to do now that you're at the village?
What's in like the? What do I see? Can I ask that?
You may ask that. And I do literally have art for it. I'll put it in the same channel I just tagged you on.
Cool.
AI generators are awesome. There we go. Alright, the only tweak I have for this is just remove the trees. There are no living plants. And this ash covered village is what you see. Alright, let's see. So, do you want to go searching for supplies? Do you want to move on? What would you like to do?
Just whoops. Oh, okay. Thought I clicked something. Uh, yeah, I guess I can check around for supplies. I'm assuming I lost everything that I had stored on the ship.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, that's always a good stat for me. Uh, okay. 4.
4? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you lost everything. Um,
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go looking for stuff.
all right, roll an investigation check.
All right. Um, why is the dice rolling in slow motion? That's sick.
Hmm.
6.
6?
Yeah,
I'm not liking you today.
All right.
that's not. It's
You're able to find a large staff kind of whatever happened here. The pressures has kind of petrified the wood, so it never rotted away. It's just, well, if you've ever found petrified wood before, that's what this staff is. Um, it's literally a staff size limb of petrified wood that you can take, and now you have a staff again. It's a little bit edgy looking, kind of, that gnarly, twisted, petrified driftwood look to it. But hey, you like this aesthetic because, like you just said, you like this landscape.
that's true.
um, roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Okay. That's a 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Perception is fine.
You hear distant voices being carried on the wind coming from the direction of the coast. You can't make out anything of what they're saying. It's just the faintest sound. A lot of loud animated talking. Kind of like when you're a few miles away, but you can hear the basketball game going on at the high school or whatever. Well, I guess football game would be more accurate. They don't really have outdoor basketball courts for that. Maybe it could be a
I
trap.
guess
One way to find out. You hear a number of animated voices coming from maybe a couple miles away, back in the direction of the coast.
Can I remember how far it took me to walk from the coast to here?
How many feet you have to walk? I'm not sure how many feet are in a mile, but quite a few. Why?
No, minutes.
Oh, it's maybe like a 20-ish minute walk. It's not that bad. 10-minute. I think I'd say 10-minute walk.
Okay. She's gonna like roll her eyes if she hears sound and kind of like creep back out and try to get kind of like not all the way where she can be seen, but like within a distance where maybe she can try and see who's talking and hopefully not be seen.
Okay. Roll stealth if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, probably not gonna be amazing.
It'd be
Wait,
stealthy.
we're stealth. I don't know if I'm stealthy. We're stealth.
It should be at the very bottom. Like, near the bottom.
Yeah, it's not letting me go there. Okay,
Yeah,
hold
you have
on.
to do a weird thing where it...
Yeah,
Yeah. You have to be down on the page, but then also go down.
there we go.
Skills. Okay, never mind. You got it.
I got it. Oh, come on. 7. It only likes perception
A
today.
7. Okay.
I can see everything.
You
I can do nothing else.
You think you're stealthy. You feel like you're pretty quiet as you work your way towards these voices.
I love that.
Tabbing back over to you guys. What are you planning to do? There's a number of individuals that are planning on going back out for another kind of expedition. They're gonna go back to the town and look into maybe setting up camp there, or maybe branching out and finding somewhere a little bit more secure. Are you guys looking at going with, looking at staying on the coast?
Sir Wellington will tag along because his attention span has run dry and he's bored now. So he doesn't have something to do, and he can see all the kids are still freaking out, and so he's just like, but I want something to do.
Yeah, the kids are generally a little bit freaked out. Some are distracting themselves with playing games. Nothing seems entertaining to you here, though.
Marcus will end up tagging along just because, A, better to get the foothold in the place we already know about, and B, if anything happens to Sir Wellington, he feels like, how do you say his name? Kieran? No.
Yeah, Kieran.
Kieran is going to have his head. So.
Well, you're not wrong.
And also from the fact that, like, this little kid still, even though the little kid is scarily powerful. He'll just tag along too.
There we go. All right. As you guys start making your way out, make perception checks for me.
Okay. Perception I am actually good with.
Meh, but we'll see what I get. That will be a 7.
Okay.
That is going to be a 18.
All right.
Sir Wellington is now distracted because he has Snickers out and he's walking with people and he's just like, wow, like looking at the people he's around and like messing with Snickers.
Fair enough. So, Sir Wellington, you still hear this too, because there's not anyone that's not going to hear this thing. But you hear it a little bit after Marcus. Marcus, you're actually going to have time to make a surprise attack if you would like to. As something comes crashing through.
You cut out for me, so I did not hear what he's making a surprise attack.
All right. Marcus, because you rolled so high, you get to take one action, or make a surprise round attack if you would like to, before we enter initiative.
Do I see? Wait, what's attacking us?
You're not quite sure. It seems to be some sort of dusty ghoul thing.
Dusty ghoul thing. All right. How far away is it?
It's maybe a little less than 100 yards away at this point. Or no, 50 yards away. So you just saw it booking it at you. coming over the crest of a ridge. It'll be there in one turn. At the speed it's going. It's going like action dash type of thing.
Okay, yeah.
It's
no,
like
so if
crouch
50
slow
feet,
to the ground.
If it's 50 feet, though, I am going to cast Sacred Flame, so it'll have to make a dexterity check.
All right. Can Abigail make a dexterity check for me? Saving throw.
I knew
Oh,
it.
shit, I knew it!
Obviously. Like,
Like, honestly, I'm sorry I have to do it, but no, they
I
just got
know.
attacked. Marcus
Obviously.
is on edge.
it's fine. I'm a ghoul.
As far as he can tell, I mean, you're covered in dust from traveling this landscape. You're already pale
Okay,
from being
fair
half
enough.
vampire.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, hold on.
And he's not
A
looking
what?
for dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Be nice to me now. Okay. 15.
That does make it.
Nice.
Cool.
To your horror, this thing nimbly jumps aside as your sacred flame comes crashing down upon it. And what does Abigail do upon being immediately attacked by this group of individuals?
I guess. Would they have known each other on the ship or not necessarily?
Make a perception check for me.
I got perception has been alright. Let's see.
He rolled high enough to tell that something was coming, but not high enough to tell who was coming.
Oh no. That's a 1, but 5 total, but I rolled a 1.
On that one, you have no
Yeah.
idea who these people are. You're kind of like, the
Okay.
dust is in your eyes. There's a bit of a dust storm whipping around right now. You're kind of more or less just seeing shapes with each other.
Plus, I bet the Sacred Flame also kicked up some dust into your eyes, too.
Yeah, probably,
I shouldn't have
actually,
said
yeah.
perception has been rolling well.
So as soon as Marcus sees this thing, he'll go, we got baddies. I don't know how many there are. I saw one. It got away.
Okay, so I guess like as she like dodges out of the way of the holy, does a vampire, like a half vampire, have an aversion to the holy as well, or not really?
Not really,
Don't think
since
so.
you don't
Okay.
qualify as undead, but you also technically don't qualify as living, so you're
I don't
stuck
like
in the
it,
middle.
but
If someone casts detect
Personal
undead or
choice.
detect living,
You're a
you wouldn't show up.
ginger.
Yes. Basically. If someone was to cast detect undead or detect life, you would not register on either.
oh,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
nice.
The undead are like, it's like being born in 1995. The millennials are like, not ours, and the Gen Zs are like, not ours. You're,
That's how I feel.
you're caught in limbo between.
All right, so she's gonna dodge, and does she hear that call?
With a nat 1
No.
perception, I'm going to say no.
No.
You're kind of caught up in your own thoughts right now.
Which is surprising because Marcus apparently has a very loud scream and
He
very
does.
loud voice.
Yep.
That's all right. I'm tumbling through my own dirt right now.
Well, like I said, there's also a slight sandstorm going right now. So that's going to mess with sight and sound a little bit.
Okay, she's gonna kind of like, oh, they probably can't hear me, but gonna kind of like hiss anyways, and just kind of like, that's probably not gonna help actually. Since do it anyways, she doesn't know who they are. She's gonna hiss.
So Sir Wellington saw Marcus attack something, yeah. And does he see what was attacked? Now that there was an attack made.
You know what? Yeah, he can see it. With the perception of 7, It's hard to make out what it is through the dust storm.
But I know that Marcus attacked it.
You know that Marcus attacked it. That's true. Yes.
How far away is it?
About 50 feet or so.
Damn. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Did you move any closer on your turn, Abigail?
I was dashing towards them,
You were.
so I probably dodged like maybe
Okay.
a little bit closer, but not
Okay, so
not like
about 30 feet
not much
away.
more of a jump.
Okay.
Can I make out where they are at that point then?
Yeah, you could. It's not that severe of a dust storm. It's not zero
Okay.
visibility.
No, I know. I'm just asking. Sir Wellington's gonna go. Now we have something fun, and he's gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that is a 25 to hit. I
Ouch.
rolled a
Yeah.
19.
Ooh. We're lucky you don't have a feat or something to make you crit on a 19.
It's true.
So that would be auto max damage then, because you rolled over a 20.
So that would be 10 points of force damage.
Holy
Dude,
cow.
kill me right now. Okay.
This is why you're a
Alright.
guest character, apparently.
Yeah, I'll just die every time. Okay.
Just a
So
different
10 points of
character.
damage.
You become a Dark Souls character.
Yes, yes. You just keep coming back to life, and they're like, I thought we killed you. You're like, oh, apparently not.
Okay, and okay.
Or
So
like Kenny.
so armor in D&D is just hit no hit, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, I'm still good for now.
All right. That brings us back up to Marcus.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So can I actually see this quote unquote ghoul now, or at least the outline of it?
The outline at least. Make a perception check or an investigation check if you're trying to really see what you're fighting. If not, then just do whatever Marcus would do.
Honestly, he would definitely want to make sure what this thing is. Just because he's like, I don't know about these things, so I'm just going to make sure I know how to kill it.
Also, Sir Wellington would be right next to Marcus at this point, like right up.
It's like, we're killing something. Yay! Okay, yeah, I'll
Cool.
actually do a roll.
I got
Your earlier comment of save yourself, Abigail, really comes in clutch now.
Yeah, it
I know,
is a
right?
trap.
There we go. Little emotes for Sir Wellington.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That's amazing.
That is a 10. That's a 10.
You're not sure what it is you're attacking.
Okay.
Boy, no one's rolling well except on the attacks tonight. Good grief.
How far away is this thing?
About 10 yards or so now. 30 feet.
Wait, 10 yards? Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
We're switching over to the metric system.
Sorry.
I was like, wait a minute. So I know it just got hit.
This
many
many
meters
meters away.
I have a clear line of it.
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna see him because Marcus does have a backpack with an axe on it, with just a hand axe. He's gonna take the hand axe because this is gonna be more shared, and just sort of toss the hand axe at it.
Okay.
So because he does not want to risk it. When, that is an
Biscuit
8.
for the biscuit.
Abigail, as we come to your turn, you see this hand axe just fly right by you. It misses you, luckily, but it flies right past your face.
Am I down or am I up?
No, you're still up. You're fine. I mean, you're a little low on health, but
No, yeah, but do you have to fall at a certain point?
no.
If you hit, yeah,
Only if you hit
unless you
zero.
hit 0 HP.
Oh, okay. So I can still stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I recognize the hand axe as a human weapon? Or like
Roll.
sentient person weapon?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh,
No.
please, an useful skill. Come on.
Oh, these low rolls today are not helping us.
Right?
They're really not. What is that?
I mean, the first one helped you.
Nat 20! My first one ever!
Nat 20.
Woo!
Your first Nat 20.
My first ever Nat 20! Wow!
Awesome.
Nice.
Yay.
All right.
24
Yeah.
for the roll.
You recognize this as not just a regular hand axe, but something that is commonly used by the sailors on board. So, sailors and denizens of Veltala, the continent you're sailing from. This probably was in the possession of someone from the ship you were on, the White Falcon.
Okay. Can I, am I allowed to pick it up? Like, not violently, just, kind of pick it up?
Yeah, that you don't need to roll anything.
I'm
You
not
can
trying to
just do
swing
that.
it or anything. I'm trying to pick it up and kind of, wave it at him, just, to show that I've got it. And he's gonna, asshole!
All right.
And she's gonna hold it. As in, what are you doing?
All right.
And she's gonna toss it to the ground between them.
Roll an attack. Make an attack roll. So that would be just a regular.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not attacking. I'm just giving him back his weapon.
Right, but you have to roll to make sure you don't hit him.
Oh. Okay.
So what that would
what
be
is that?
is we'll do.
I don't mind if I hit him. A
Roll
little bit.
roll a dexterity check. Wait a minute. Yeah, so this is going to be inverted.
Sorry.
If you roll high, you don't hit him. If you roll low, you do hit him. No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's
I
testing
rolled
your
seven.
skill.
What I would do is first check to see how far she's able to chuck it, and then at that point do a roll for
Good point.
like
Good
a
point.
luck roll.
That's true. All right, so we'll start with a dexterity check. So roll dexterity.
That's 17.
Okay, you can definitely throw it right to his feet. Now roll charisma. If you roll well on charisma,
no.
you don't. That's the closest this has to luck. So roll to see
Well,
whether
I
or
mean, I will say I don't know if you've ever seen Brandon. He just does a straight D20 roll.
not. Oh.
If you're ever wanting to do that sort of thing, yeah. So
Well,
and then,
charisma gives her a +1 bonus at least.
there you go. That's fair.
That's the only reason why.
Not much.
What'd you roll?
All right, let's do a charisma roll. Oh, 20.
Okay.
There you go.
You plant it right between his feet.
Cool.
Sir Wellington
There's a
and
little
Marcus.
note on it.
Sir Wellington and Marcus, make intelligence checks for me. Let's see if you can figure out this was an
All right,
intentional throw and not just like a missed
don't
attack.
Don't fail me now.
Missed
Sir
attack.
Wellington. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay.
There we go.
You have a pretty good guess that with a throw like that, this individual could have hit you square between the eyes, and they chose to place it between your feet on the ground.
Sir Wellington doesn't say anything, just gets really shy and moves behind Marcus's leg.
Mark is just gonna look down at the fact that his favorite hand axe is right between his legs. And just look up and go, "So you ain't a ghoul?"
Do I look like a ghoul, you moron?
I mean, from far away, you kind of did. Plus, you are, if you don't mind me saying, you are a little bit pale. That doesn't help either.
Mm. Next time I will aim much higher.
Preferably with the chest. I got armor there. And he's gonna just sort of reach down and grab it.
Sir Wellington's just slightly like, he's got like this, like peeking out slightly behind the leg.
That tracks.
It's all right, Marcus. There, she's not a ghoul or anything like that.
Yeah, but I hit her.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? You need some healing. I can help you with that.
Does that work in this? Is there any rule against that?
Against healing? No, you can heal.
Yeah, but with vampires.
Nope.
I'm used to the Krayless rules.
Yeah, you're you're used to the Krayless rules. So no,
I am.
healing doesn't matter. In this world, healing is just a generic way to magically repair whatever you're working on. Anyone who's skilled with healing would know how to tweak it based on what they're working on, because clearly you'd have to heal an animal differently than a human differently than an orc differently than a dampire or a vampire. So it would be a basic skill set that any healer would have to tweak the healing spell to whatever the needs of the individual are.
I will say the only time I've not allowed the healing spells to work on a player character is when they were playing a what's the cyborg race?
Oh,
The
Warforged, yeah.
the Warforged.
Same. That's the one exception because it's a construct. It's not anything technically living.
At that point, I what I did was I allowed mending to be like a healing spell for them.
Mending is their healing spell. That is correct. Well, I mean that's how I do it.
That makes sense.
I like that. I'm glad I'm not the only one that does it that way, actually.
So yeah, as your character sees just this human cleric, has a very deep 5 o'clock shadow because he has not shaved in a while, and just sort of ratty and everything. But he goes, "Yeah, sorry about that. You just sandstorm and everything. Come here, I can patch that up for you right quick." What are you saying?
You said sandstorm.
Oh, am I? All right. This little guy is Sir Wellington. He's the charmer, if you can't tell.
I just come out just like, sorry.
I didn't know we still traveled with the gremlins. But yes, I will take the healing.
I'm a gnome!
Yeah,
I
he's
meant the smallness.
Eve!
Yeah, that's what I meant.
First,
You too.
There's this lady and Kieran. We got a bunch of racists in this group, it seems like. But just to explain that, that's last time Cole was like, "You're the Selka's character. You're a fire person, so you should like this." No, and my character's like, "That feels a little bit racist."
He was talking about the fact that he's a child, though.
Right.
Oh, fair enough. And yeah, he'll as soon as you come
Is
close,
Abigail just expecting that all the kids on board the ship drowned or something? Like only the adults made it to shore? Like, the kids survived? Really? Boy, wait until she gets to the shore and sees that all the kids made it because they were put on the lifeboat first.
I thought that
Yeah.
was going to be one less problem, but I guess not. Okay.
He's just gonna give a little bit of a dirty eye to Abigail. And
I just squint at her and I'm just like, I just like, I don't feel any remorse now about the fact that I hit you.
I live with it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Okay, so you now are given 10 HP points. So 10 health points.
Thank you, despite I wasn't sure if you'd still do it. That would have been fair.
And again, Marcus is wishing he was back on Mr. Pete's farm, because at least the pigs didn't cause all this shit.
It's a lot less dangerous.
And he goes, well, I guess if you're here... Wait, are there other people with you, or is it just you?
It's just me.
Alright, you find anything useful by chance? Besides ash, brimstone, and rock?
The stick.
He just looks at it.
I just pull out a dagger, look at you like I found a dagger.
Yeah, a
I
little
think
down
that's
Wow.
a threat. I'm getting threat vibes from that.
More of a, I'm better than you. I actually found something useful.
Wow.
It's kinda
Didn't like being called a gremlin.
Right?
Well, as you see, we got this group here, and then we got a bunch of kids with a couple of the adults over there. And he points to sort of more or less where their camp is. We are hoping to get an outpost here by the old town, but we're wondering if you may have chance have found a better place for us to hold up.
there's a strange village, but I'm not certain it's very safe.
That's fair enough. Well, seeing as how you most likely were part of the ship, you are definitely inclined to go with us. Just sorry for attacking you. That's about it.
All right.
The little one has cookies. He's gonna point to Sir Wellington because he has no idea what to do. He's like, Sir Wellington has cookies if you want them.
Sir Wellington
Fine.
just gives you a very dirty look.
I'm not touching anything he touches. It's okay. Just go.
Wow.
Marcus is just gonna go like this and just, oh, Caliande, give me the strength to bear this.
Wellington quickly scampers up Marcus and just whispers in the ear, "You don't have a right to offer my cookies.
I'm sorry. I just think
Don't ever do it again."
Fine. I just wanted to make the tension lesson, but all right. I won't offer your cookies, but I think you still should, just to say you're sorry for. Thanks.
I move back a little bit and I look at him. I offered apologies and then they called me a gremlin. Then I just jump down.
Hey. Reminds me of old little Billy there. Anyway. Yeah. You haven't seen anything else running around, have you? No wraiths, no demons, by chance? Like little horns or anything like that?
No, just stand.
Alright, so we're safe for the time being then.
As you guys make your way to the village, Naz, Abigail will recognize that this is the same village. Basically, the other NPCs were kind of like the rest of your party had they'd readied themselves for combat, and then when they saw that this was a false alarm, they kind of relaxed a bit and were like, "Oh, okay." So they all start making their way to the village. Once you guys are all there, Naz, Abigail recognizes this as the village that she just came from. You've just returned here again. You guys can scavenge for a bit if you'd like to all make investigation checks to see what you can find. Naz, you get a second chance at this.
Wonderful.
And then if you'd like
Yeah,
to
Marcus.
kind of scout around the perimeter and see if there's anywhere more secure, since Abigail did mention that this doesn't look too secure, you are then welcome to make perception checks to scout along the ridge further inland.
All right, that's bad.
I rolled the nat 20, so 26 on investigation.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
all right.
20, 24.
I got a 16.
No way.
You got a
Wait,
nat 22?
Yeah, no, 16.
Yeah. 24 on investigation.
All right.
I
They're
got a
like
16.
rolling very high and very low today.
So, Sir Wellington and Abigail, you both enter this one house, kind of find yourselves in it together. And by sheer luck, you find a loose piece of the floor together, and you're able to locate a trap door that leads down.
Same one.
The what?
The same one, both of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
So we're just scowling at each other the whole time.
Can I kick him in?
You kick him in! Oh my gosh.
I'm half joking.
I would like to think Marcus sees them both go in and go, Ariadne, please stop them from doing something like dumbasses. He's praying he doesn't find a dead body in there soon.
Right?
I'm kidding.
You actually hear kind of a soft thud after they go in, followed by just silence.
Marcus is gonna just look to make sure. He's like,
No one's in there.
I better just go check. Hello? Guys? The hell did you go? Sir Wellington? Abigail?
How much of it do we hear easily?
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
This is a very solid trap door. And so wait, do you actually kick Sir Wellington in?
How can I see down the trapdoor?
Yeah.
How deep is it?
8 feet, maybe? It's not that bad. It's a little bit of a drop, but it's not that bad.
I'm gonna ask him. Do you want to go see in?
Go what?
See in the trapdoor.
I want to go down the trap.
You want to go see?
Sure.
Okay. And then she's gonna grab him by the collar and drop him in.
Oh, no.
It's really nice.
Really? So you follow him down, I presume?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you follow him down, the trapdoor kind of slams shut behind you. And that's the thud that you heard, Marcus.
Okay.
Oh, so it wasn't him falling in.
I mean,
No.
it could be. He kind of took time to get there, I imagine. But
No. Yeah, when you walk down the ladder, you press on one of the rungs, and it appeared to be weighted with something, and the trapdoor slams shut behind you.
wait, can What did I get for the roll? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, 16. Can a 16 see the trapdoor or no?
A 16 would not be able to identify the trapdoor clearly among all the dust, especially as it would have kind of caused a little cloud of dust to, and then begin to settle again.
Uh-huh.
When it's shut like that, you would have needed at least an 18.
Crap.
You were
As
close
we're
though.
down here walking, I'm going to touch myself and cast Gift of Alacrity.
All right. What will that do?
It gives me a plus 1d8 to all my what you can call it, initiative rolls.
Nice. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, it lasts for 8 hours.
All right. Naz, does Abigail want to test the door, the trapdoor, or are you just gonna climb down?
It's shut.
Yeah, it slammed shut behind you as you went down the ladder.
It's a problem for later.
So you don't even check to see if it's unlocked. All right. You climb
All
down. It's pitch black down here, but I think you both have dark vision, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I know you do as a Dampier, Naz. So yeah, then you both do. Have
it up to 60 feet.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So it's pitch black, but it doesn't matter because you guys can see in the dark. As you guys proceed into the next room, it opens into this large laboratory. Sir Wellington's eyes just bug out of his head with excitement as this place has all sorts of alchemical and ingredients and magical components. I will have to send you a list of things you'll be able to scavenge from here.
He
Once the
just takes
session's
his
over.
hand, opens up his bag, and you just see him start just eyeballing you like with a little bit of a scowl as he just pushes stuff into the bag and just like mine.
Yeah, Naz. Abigail also sees a whole bunch of useful ingredients and magical artifacts or arcane items that would be very useful to wizards like yourselves. This was clearly some sort of alchemist / wizard's laboratory. Yeah, so you'll be able to get your own fair share of things before Sir Wellington steals the rest. There is enough to share that you'll be able to get just from your height alone. You should be able to outpace him to a few things.
Yeah, I'll just get the ones on the high shelf.
That being said,
Climbing speed, I can get up there.
right?
So do I.
True. That's true. That being said, Naz, one of the first things Abigail sees is a pouch of a bag of holding. It's kind of like a little satchel, and it's similar to it's similar, different shape and design, but it does the same thing that Sir Wellington's does, where it's like Mary Poppins' bag, where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. You can put a lot more in it than it appears, which is perfect
I have a TARDIS
Cool.
on me.
for yes. You both have portable TARDISes basically, and
Oh,
and because of this, you'll actually be able to scoop some stuff into it. So now you both have plenty of items for spellcasting. You're also each going to find a magical item down there, which I will DM to you both later. We'll go on a little break in a bit here.
Does Marcus find anything before the trapdoor shut with that?
Yes, with the
The
16, you do actually find the old smithy, the old blacksmith shop. And
Okay.
a lot of the items in there are pretty worn down, pretty damaged. But with the 16, you're able to find a large kind of lockbox underneath the counter.
Okay.
Would you like to try and pick the lock, or would you like to try and smash it open?
Could I do what I did with the Warhammer and just sort of like put the spike in and break the
Roll strength. Go for it.
awesome strength is something I'm actually good at. Haha, that is a 21.
You easily break the lock off, and as you open it up, there is a very finely crafted item in there. Even seems to have a slight magical enchantment to it.
Ooh.
And because of this enchantment, it is not dulled as much as the others have. So it would count as it's going to count as a +1 weapon, and
Ooh.
and I'll DM to you what that will be once we go on break here in a bit.
All right. Yeah, no,
While
after that, he'll hear the thud be like, wait, where are they?
yeah, you look in there. They don't seem to be in there. You're not sure where they went, but they're not in there. What would you like to do now, Marcus, while they are downstairs glaring at each other and shoveling arcane elements into their respective bags of holding?
Oh no, he is looking. He's like, okay, Sir Wellington, if this is a prank, that ain't funny. If I can't find you, Kieran is going to have my ass. And I do not need someone to have my ass. It's my ass. It belongs to me. So now, tell me, where the hell are you?
As you're doing that, you're going to feel a hand on your shoulder from behind, just kind of firmly grab you.
He is not liking this. He's going to grab his warhammer, just sort of like swing around and just like point it at the person who just grabbed, because now he's like, okay, 2 of our people have disappeared. What the hell is going on?
It is the wizard who stayed behind to guard the village. Don't hurt me, Marcus. It's all right. It's just me.
Sorry, I'm just a little bit jumpy. What's up?
There's something up on the ridge you might want to come see.
Oh shit! All right, show me.
All right. He will lead you back through the village and kind of so. This village is set kind of like in a slight valley. It's not a deep one. It's like a valley where it's more like a tiny little bowl. You climb up like 30 feet and you're at the top of the valley's ridge. When you get to the top, could you make a perception check for me?
Yes, I can. Just a second. Ooh, thank you. That is a nat 20. That is a 23.
All right. Let me put in the chat real quick what you see. Farther out, the ash kind of stops as this more ruined wasteland look appears. You can see the remnants of cities just dotting the landscape, built into the mountains. You can see these jagged mountains. You can see rivers of lava kind of running throughout the landscape in the distance, burning brightly. Gnarled dead trees just dot this jagged rock formation of land. And in the distance, there appears to be a number of castles, some of which appear to be bustling with some sort of glowing red light, and others that appear to be totally abandoned. One in particular, probably, what did you roll on perception again?
Oh, natural 20, 23.
Okay, yeah. With the natural 20, you're not going to just see, so I take that back. So there's one that's maybe a half day's journey away, and it looks like it's in pretty rough shape, but could make for a good holdout. However, with that check, you see nestled up in the mountains a much larger, much more easily defendable castle that appears to be completely abandoned. and you see what appears to be a winding, narrow path that leads up to it.
So he's gonna stare at this for a second, sort of take in the ambience and go, by the gods and demons. And he then will be like, oh, I see this highly fortified castle on the middle of a mountain. And he's gonna go, I mean, that would be a smart place to put us. And he's gonna point to the castle nearest it with the light, with the red light. What's over there, I wonder? What still lives here?
That's exactly what I was wondering, and I've been trying to cast some spells to try and get an idea of what's over there, and whatever it is, it's infernal in nature. That much is certain. And Marcus, you get this sinking pit in your stomach as you realize that's the direction of whatever demon is cutting off your communication with your god. And
He's just gonna look and go, fuck.
And at that very moment, on the floor beneath you, or under the floor beneath you, more like, Sir Wellington and Abigail hear some stirring in a dark corner of the laboratory, and now is where we will take a little 5-minute break.
Oh, this is not gonna go well. I love it.
Great.
So we are going to now pick up with Sir Wellington and Abigail as they are down in this alchemist's laboratory. You both hear movement in the back corner, so we'll start with picking up the magic items that you find. You each come across 2 beautiful wands, a total of 4 wands, intricately carved by hand, it appears. You are not sure at this time what they do. Two appear to be kind of a darker wood, and then 2 of kind of a lighter wood. It is up to you guys how you want to divvy up picking wands, or who grabs them first. I'm not sure how you're going about this, but you both see the wands at the same time, basically.
Oh no.
How far away are they?
I mean, it's just on the other side of the lab. I mean, you're both on the far right side, over close to the entrance, and these appear to be on the left side, over near like an old workbench.
And how far away are they?
10-ish feet.
Cast Mage Hand.
Alright.
And I go grab him.
Alright.
10 feet?
What?
Can I just run at that speed?
You could
Am I
dash
faster?
over there.
Am I faster than his mage hand or no?
Roll opposed, you can roll, Sir Wellington can roll, we'll say, what would it be? Arcana or Intelligence versus Dexterity? Oh, let's do
Yeah,
Arcana
that sounds about
versus Athletics. Let's go with that. Or Acrobatics, depending on if you're, like, jumping over a
no.
table.
Okay. Am I?
If you want to. Whichever you're better at, Athletics or Acrobatics. And then Sir Wellington gets Arcana, because you're casting a spell.
I rolled an 18, so my +4, 22.
Woo!
Oh, great. Acrobatic or athletic? Okay, I guess we're going acrobatic. They're yours. I got a 6.
You're able to get there in time to, like, grab one of them, but the majority of this table full of wands goes to Sir Wellington.
Wait, how many are there?
There's about...
What?
Well, you saw 4. When you get up there, there's actually about 8 of them.
Holy crap.
This appears
They're just blank. They're just empty spell wands.
This you don't know what they are.
They're
this
there
guy
because
appeared
they
to
were
have been
gonna get
carving them
filled up.
himself.
They were gonna get filled up, but they haven't been yet, so they're just all empty. It turns out I just got like 6 empty spell wands.
They could explode upon you, so you don't know what they do, honestly.
Oh, I don't know how wands work.
Think like so each wand holds the spells or the potential for spells inside it for specific spells. So you don't necessarily have
there
to.
are some wands that hold spells, and there's
Right.
some wands that help your ability in casting
Right.
spells in general.
Right. So they vary. They vary.
Like the magic gun.
Right. Naz,
Pretty
can
much.
you make a perception check for me? Or investigation, whichever you're better at.
Whichever
I
I'm
was-
bad at.
Whichever
No.
you're better at. Because you're right there at the table now.
Perception or investigation, same thing.
As Sir Wellington
Whatever.
retracts his mage hand across the room to himself.
That's the
I will-
10.
That's a 10?
Yeah.
Alright. You don't know what he was doing there, but you do notice, just barely, you rolled the bare minimum to get this. There seems to be a little hidden compartment underneath the, kind of like just a little bit underneath into the side of the desk, which you could potentially activate.
Can I check for traps first?
Roll another. No, with a 10, you don't know if there are traps, and you're not going to be able to know if there are traps with that investigation check.
That was perception.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, you can roll investigation.
Okay. 19.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
You guys always say that. Yes? No. Doesn't appear to be trapped. Okay, then I'll attempt to open it.
It's a little bit stuck, but you managed to get it open. And inside there is this polished mahogany wand. So you now have 2 wands. The one that fell on the floor and the one that is in this little compartment. Sir Wellington has the other 7.
That's like all of them in his hands.
No, they're
Oh, they're in the mage hand?
Oh, they were there, but then they disappear. They disappear into my sack.
Oh.
Just puts them in your sack of holding.
My sack of hoarding.
It's sack of hoarding, right? At this point, yes.
Nice.
At this,
I am a kleptomaniac.
it's true. It's so true. At this moment, you guys do hear something moving around in the corner. Over right next to you. This is where that perception check would have come in handy, Naz. The chair spins around. And the chair that was kind of sitting, it's kind of a high back chair right by the work area. And as you are working and opening it, you bump it and it begins to spin around. And seated in it, kind of hands clasped, head bowed slightly, is the wizard. Or rather, you can take a glance, and your first thought upon seeing this guy is Lich.
I will say I do not know what that is.
You wouldn't necessarily know
I
what that
have
is.
a vague idea.
Yeah. I would say, Abigail, you would have probably read about liches. Sir Wellington wouldn't have any idea what this is.
Nope.
And ironically, Sir Wellington is the one that is right, because as soon as he begins to move, so a lich is kind of an undead, semi-skeletal zombie-esque looking wizard that has made himself immortal through some form of magic. That is what this appears to be, but upon it looking up and then beginning to move, it is then quite apparent that this is actually just an ordinary zombie. Oh no. What happened? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, hun, if you're on the Wi-Fi, you might want to get off. Alright. It's getting earlier. Personal hotspot on. Join the sexy beast crowd. You don't say. Oh, what the... Alright. Hey, hun, our internet just crashed.
Maybe.
There we
See?
go.
Come on.
I'll actually grab a glass of water.
There we go. I'm back.
Hello.
Our internet just crashed. I had to switch to my mobile hotspot. I'm going to have to upgrade my phone plan to get unlimited because it does this a little bit earlier every night. It started at 1 a.m. every night. Our internet would crash for the rest of the night. Then it backed up to midnight. Then it backed up to 11. Now apparently it's almost 10. We pay too much for our internet for it to have this many issues.
Fair enough.
Can I make an assumption that you're with AT&T?
We are with, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's like an AT&T subsidiary or something like that.
Okay, if it's just anything to do with AT&T, it's gonna suck.
Unfortunately, it's the
That is
only
true.
service that's offered in our area.
Yeah. No, I get that. I just know that, like, so we found this out, like, it's actually been, like, it's very much been kind of, like, in a way, roundabout way, been shown AT&T will throttle people's internet,
Really?
especially after a certain time.
Why?
At least they were back when I was in the States, because what they would do is if you were paying for, like, the unlimited internet,
Yeah?
they would throttle it. And what they would really do is they would give the, like, high-speed internet to the people who didn't have, like, unlimited, because what it would do is it would cause them to run out of their data quicker.
Oh. So we're being scammed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, definitely need to look at... we just need to find a way to get on satellite. I need to call up Elon and say, hey, put me on your thing, whatever the heck it is. Because that's the only service that's offered around here.
Yeah.
You can't get anything else. So we don't... It's Mediacom, that's what it is. It's Mediacom, which is, I think, an AT&T partner or something like that. Okay, well, I apologize.
You're good.
Alright. Alright, let's see. Okay. We are back in force when I left off. So, Naz, Abigail would have read about liches, wizards that were powerful enough to turn themselves into basically immortal beings of great power through various forms of necromancy. Sir Wellington would have no idea what this is. And ironically, Sir Wellington would be the one that is correct, because as soon as this lich looks up and begins to move, it's obvious this is not a lich. This is just a simple zombie. As it moves to attack you guys. So, roll initiative.
It comes into play.
Well, at least it's just a zombie.
Right?
If I do not end up going first, I'm going to be slightly miffed.
And Marcus just staring at the castle, going, "Oh crap, that's the way to the demon."
Is it? There it is.
16 for initiative.
16. Oh, that reminds me.
24.
Nice.
Gift of alacrity.
Nice.
That plus that D8, man.
All
Roll a
right.
7.
This zombie creature goes last. Let's see. So Sir Wellington goes first. Abigail will go second, and the zombie will go last.
Okay, I'm gonna rush up to it and like, nope, don't like you, and like slash it, with my claws.
All right.
So, 18 plus 8, so 24 to hit.
All right. All right. That definitely hits.
10 points of acid damage.
All right.
That will be my turn.
All right. It burns and it kind of growls at you. It seems okay though, for now. Naz, it is now Abigail's turn.
All right.
When you say it burns, does it look like it was hurt?
I mean, yeah, you can see the acid kind of burning away at it, but no.
Okay. Okay, sorry. Just to remind myself, for the how does it work to attack in this game? So I can pick from the spells, and then I roll to hit, and then roll to attack if it hits.
Yes. So I think with your spells, yeah, with all of your spells, you roll to attack, and then roll damage if you hit. I take that back. With Frostbite and Acid Splash, he has to make a Dex or a Constitution saving throw. And then with Magic Missile, it's just an automatic hit for you. You cast it and you just deal damage.
Okay. I'll frostbite him.
Alright, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
Alright. A 10, 10 does not pass, so you can deal... you roll a d6.
I roll 1d6.
Yep, 1d6 for the damage.
2. Huge.
Alright, yeah, he seems alright pretty much. As you were the last one to attack him, he's gonna run up to... Oh, wait, no. Is Sir Wellington right on top of him?
Well, it's in melee.
Within melee, yeah. If Sir Wellington's there with the melee attack, then actually he'll attack Sir Wellington first. He will just kind of slash at him with a couple of claw attacks.
Hmm.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes.
All right. That is 5 points of damage. And he gets another. Let's see here. Alright, he will get another roll here. That one's a 14, so that one would hit 2. Alright. And that one is...
Upon that second one, can I, because this is a reaction,
You may.
I'm going to cast silvery barbs.
Alright.
Which is I magically distract the creature, and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. So the zombie has to re-roll the d20 and has to use the lower of the 2 rolls.
Nice. Alright.
And then...
Well played. The reroll is a 4.
Oop.
So, he looks like he's about to hit you again, and then just kind of with that, he staggers and just misses. It is now Sir Wellington's turn again.
So because of silvery barbs, I now have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute of casting that. So I'm going to take the advantage on doing my attack.
Nice.
Well, that fell to the ground, so let's use the other dice. 18 and a 10. So I will take the 18 now, the 2 of those.
That hits.
That will be a 24.
Nice. That very much hits. That is automatic max damage.
So another 10 points of acid.
Nice. Alright. He's looking a little bit peaked at this point. The acid is kind of just melting it down to the bone at this point. It's becoming more of a skeleton, less of a zombie. And it is Naz's turn.
Okay. Can I... Is Witch Bolt one target?
Witch Bolt is
Only?
one target, yeah.
Okay, I'll roll for that. That is...
Me one target only.
because I tried to not... I tried to not hit you, okay? I promise.
He's like, let me
Can
get
I
the one
take
and
out? Can I
Let me
take
get him
out
at the
Sir
same
Wellington
time.
while I'm getting the zombie?
I promise, because I've tried to not hit you with it, okay? That's a 10 to hit.
That meets
I'm
it,
not
beats
sure.
it. That hits it. It is
Ooh,
its armor class
okay.
is right out of 10. It was a 12, but how I did it, that's why I said when it was reduced from a zombie to a skeleton, its AC dropped by 2.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Oh, that's 4.
But now it's regained
There
its
are-
hit points because it's no longer a zombie. It's now a skeleton.
Now it can regenerate. So that's a what?
Right on.
Right?
4 damage.
Another 4 damage. All right, it's kind of
Brutal.
zapped. It's now twitching even more than normal. It's starting to make this clicker sounds. You suddenly have this sensation that you're in another multiverse with this guy called Joel Miller. I'm kidding. I'm
Avoid
kidding.
golf clubs.
Avoid conflicts. Right. Praying that people will rewrite the TV show so it differs from the second season, the second game.
Let's just focus on this and not let this guy go. Let's go.
All right. It is now the zombie's turn again. It will attack Sir Wellington twice again. And while this is happening, I need Marcus to roll initiative.
Yeah. Okay. Also, what is the weapon thing?
Oh, you found a Morning Star, a +1 Morning Star.
Ooh. Okay, that is a 19.
All right. Above ground, Marcus, you suddenly hear people screaming as you find yourselves being ambushed. A number of zombies are pulling themselves out of the ground. The former residents of this village are coming back to attack.
Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah.
First commandment
Yeah, now
is cardio.
you got it.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's Zombieland.
I know. So the
Alright.
zombies are going to have their turn first. They're going to attack a number of the NPCs. You see this, and you do have time to react, kind of to cover one of the NPCs. No, actually, with the 19, you could cover two of them.
Okay. I can't hit twice.
There are a number of wizards, a couple of barbarians, and such down there.
Okay. What's the nearest thing closest to me?
Nearest would probably be a young female wizard.
Alright, gonna help her then.
All right.
Because I assume she has a zombie on her.
Yes, yeah. Everyone has multiple zombies on them. This is a village's worth of people coming.
Okay, so Marcus will swing to hit the zombie. Test out the new Morning Star.
All right.
Ooh. And that is... Let me do it really quick. That is a 21.
That is nice. That hits. And as it's over 20, like I said, we're doing test this out, automatic max damage.
Okay, so that is 13 damage to that zombie.
Nice. These zombies are a bit lower level. You pretty much just, how do you want to do it?
So I assume the zombie sort of is grabbing her and going to bite. As he sees this, he's just going to rain down the Morning Star on its head and completely crush it.
Okay, nice. That works. Yeah, you just crunch in this thing's head, and it just collapses to the ground.
Nice. And then, is there another zombie close to me?
There's another one that's relatively close. You could probably cover another NPC, or just kind of fight off a couple of the ones that are around you right now, or one of the ones anyhow.
Okay.
This will be your actual turn, and then we'll be going into the zombies initiative order.
Okay, because if I remember correctly, let me see. You know, spiritual weapon is a bonus action, so he will cast spirit weapon next to one of the other zombies to hit.
All right.
That is a nat 20. Oh, that is a total of 25.
That is double max damage. Nice.
So, 11. Yeah, no, that thing takes 22 damage from the spiritual weapon, which is basically just this replica of the mace of the Morning Star he just found.
Okay. Nice. I like that.
It just comes in, knocks the head off.
All right, you just took out 2 of the zombies now. We are going to tab back down as it is now this zombie's turn. It goes to the table and immediately checks the. It clearly has some level of intelligence. It checks the hidden compartment that is now empty. And it turns around. And, like, if it could be angry, it would look angry. But its face is, like, mostly burned off from the acid now, so you can't really tell much in the way of expressions. You guys took its wands, and in the process made this encounter quite a bit easier on yourselves.
Wait, so did it leave? Do I get to make an opportunity attack if it's
It
leaving
is
melee?
still within 5 feet of you because you are both right next to the
okay.
counter. So it basically just turned to the counter. So it's just going to try and make another pair of melee attacks against you because it was unable to find what it needed. The 2 attacks are a 6, which I'm guessing does not hit,
Oh,
and a 16, which I think does hit.
yup.
All right.
One second. Let me double check something real quick. How many do I get? Yeah, good. We're gonna go ahead and cast Silvery Barbs once more. So he'll roll a d20 once again, take the lower.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. He'll roll again. And that's a 2, so he misses twice. Alrighty. Nicely done.
Yes.
Alright, it
Myself
is
the
now
buff again.
Sir Wellington's turn again because we are back at the top of the load order.
All right. Well, he's still in melee, so he will once again go ahead and this time he's gonna like. No, he's not going to because he knows what happened last time. He went and ate some not great meat. And he's just like, I don't know what would happen this time, so he's just gonna slash. 17 and 5, so 17 it is. 23 to hit.
Nice. That very much hits.
10 more points of acid damage.
Alright, it is hanging on by a thread at this point. One of its arms is beginning to kind
By
of...
a sinew.
Literally by a sinew. Yes, it's hanging on by a sinew. One of its arms is starting to actually kind of detach a bit. And looks like it's about to fall to the ground. Naz, it is now your turn.
How far am I?
6 feet, 8, 10 feet at most. I mean, you're both right there next to it.
Okay.
It's only been attacking Sir Wellington because he's a little bit closer than you are.
Okay. I have a dagger, so let's attack him with that.
Go for it.
So that's wonderful. That's a 1, not 1, so 5 to hit.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful
And
rolls.
what spell was this you were casting?
A dagger melee.
Alright, a dagger. You fumble and you drop the dagger.
Great. Okay. Does that just end the turns?
Yeah, that just kind of ends the turn. You did also gain his attention, so he kind
Yay.
of turns towards
Wonderful.
you, and it is now Marcus's turn
Is
up
he
top.
still within melee?
He is still within melee.
Okay. I just gotta double check. See if I get my attacks of opportunity in there.
Right.
So
Marcus.
it's my go then?
It is no. It's Marcus's turn up top.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point, there's a full-on battle between the various scouts and the zombies that are attacking. Absolute chaos is ensuing.
Okay. Any zombies look more deadly than any? Or
No, they all look pretty weak.
all right. Boom. I guess next question: if a zombie is close enough, if I cast Sacred Flame, if it's close enough to another zombie, will the Sacred Flame bounce off of the zombie to the other one, or no?
I don't think it bounces. Not at level 3, no.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You're right. Okay. I'll just cast Sacred Flame on one zombie that's close, and then as a bonus action, I'll use the Spirit Weapon to move to a zombie that's within 20 feet, and then whack that one.
Go for it.
So I'll roll for the one zombie to hit. That is a 19.
That very much hits.
And that's going to be 6 damage to that one. And then the one I cast Sacred Flame on will have to do a dex throw.
Alright, dex throw. That is a 4, which I do not think passes.
That does not. That will take, again, 6 damage.
Alright. How do you finish off this one?
They
don't have a lot of health.
Sacred Flame one?
Yes.
Oh, alright. Well, I'll just he'll say magic words. Holy fire will erupt and then just consume the zombie.
It just kind of burns into ash that crumbles to the ground.
Awesome. And that is all I can do.
Alright. Alright. Now we are back at the top of the load order with... Oh, nope. I take that back. I apologize. It is now the kind of zombie overlord's turn.
Yeah, I think he's mad.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
probably.
It is going to... Now you get your attack of opportunity, Sir Wellington. It's going to make its move at Naz. It's going to attack Abigail for both of its
Right.
attacks.
14 plus 6, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20. That hits for max damage.
All right, 10 more points of acid.
All right. This thing. All right, let's see. That was 10, 20. You've hit how many times now? 3 or 4? With the acid.
That has been that was the fourth time, I believe. Yeah, because I did the first time, and then I've done two that have been uh with advantage, and then this one.
All right, let's see here.
So that would be a total of 40 acid damage that it's taken.
All right, hang on. Let me roll up here. So that's that. Okay. How do you want to do it? So thanks to
Just be like,
Naz.
you turn your back on me, and just like go for like the jugular area, like slashing, and I'm guessing just with how like the acid's been dissolving, like the acid kind of dripping from the little claws that are on my fingers, just finally like knocks the skull off as well.
Pretty much, yeah. It jars it loose, and then the acid just kind of spreads, and the head just falls off backwards, and the body just tries to move and then collapses. It would have hit Naz twice, both times. It was like an 18 and a 17 for its two rolls. So
I'm sure your intention, of course, was to help Abigail because she's just been so nice to you.
clearly, Sir Wellington is protecting his bestie.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Yeah, no, for sure.
He
So-
sticks it. As that happens, he sticks his nose up, smirks, and walks away.
for an idea of how important the little things are, Naz, courtesy of the 6 points of damage you did, it had 45 hit points. It was dealt 46 points of damage. So it barely went down there.
Nice.
Which is good, because it was coming for you. You two are out of combat now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go back to like smugly scooping the other like materials and things like that into my bag.
And I presume, Abigail, you are doing the same thing on the other side of the room?
Does it have bones?
Yeah.
Can I take its bones? Is that
Sure.
any use?
Yeah, you can
I
take
want
the
its
bones.
bones.
Okay.
Okay.
They kind of smell, but
Nice.
yeah, you can take the bones.
I'll clean it. Can I magic clean the bones?
You could
Prestidigitation the bones.
prestidigitation the bones. Yes, you could. Oh my goodness.
I
Yes,
magic
that's
clean the
brilliant.
bones and throw them in my bag.
You're brilliant. Yes. All right. Yeah. You clean the bones
Cool.
with prestidigitation and toss them in your bag.
Got zombie bones.
That's not concerning at all.
Right?
Magic items, and I'm very excited about zombie bones.
Are you collecting anything else?
Just the leftovers
Just
from
anything else you can?
Sir
Yeah.
Wellington.
From this. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Once you finish up with that, you return to leave. You do find that the hatch is locked on top of you, locked behind you.
Great.
I just go, get down, to Abigail, and then as Abigail would come down, I'm just like hold my hand up a little bit, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
All right, you don't even have to roll to hit; just roll damage.
That will be 1 point of force damage.
It is not enough. Not quite enough.
Scowl. I would scowl for a while before doing it again.
Roll damage this time.
Because I'm like, because it's that like he's just like, I'm going to destroy this.
Do it. Do it.
That second one would be an 8.
All right, with that one, we will come back to that in a moment. It is back to your turn, Marcus. A few of the houses still have some fighting going on. Most of the fighting has been quelled at this point. There appear to be a few people down in your scouting party. There are some people that seem kind of cornered in a couple of houses. One is the one that Sir Wellington and Abigail were last seen going into. Another one is one that a couple of mages had gone into a scout out. And then the other is the tavern that the barbarian had got into to check out.
Okay. So, how far away are each of like the zombies that are attacking them close?
They're all
close to
pretty.
me?
They're all pretty close. You could head into any which one of them you want. The outdoor area has been cleared at this point.
Okay. Are there people that are helping those that are downed or no?
There are some, yeah. There are a couple of clerics who are running around, making sure everyone is stabilized, or trying to.
Okay. He will check. Is where the mages are, or the barbarian closer to him?
About the same distance. So you have the house to your left there that Sir Wellington and Abigail had gone into. There are a couple of mages in there. There's another house right next to that one with some more mages, and then just across the street there is the tavern. So they're all right there.
Okay, so for my action, I will stabilize someone that's close to me, just to make sure they're all right. And then I'll move, and with my bonus action, the spiritual weapon will move too. We'll go with the mages this time. I feel like the barbarian can handle himself because he's a barbarian.
Which set of mages? The one in the house where Wellington and Abigail were last seen, or the one next to that?
Yeah, the one where Abigail and Wellington were last seen.
Okay.
And then, gonna use the magic weapon or the spiritual weapon to attack a zombie.
All right, roll with advantage.
Ooh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn it! You were so close. That is a 23. That would have been. That almost was a natural 20, but yeah, 23.
Ooh, nice. All right, max damage on that.
So yeah, that is 11 damage from the spiritual weapon.
Nice. All right, that takes out its hit points of 10. So basically, why you got advantage is as you come in and you get ready to attack, all of a sudden the floor it's standing on blows out from under it as you see a little gnome child's hand sticking up through this new hole in the ground, and the zombie literally flies right into your spiritual weapon, essentially bisecting it. So
He's gonna look and go, Sir Wellington?
Yeah.
We need your help up here. There are zombies and shit has gone wild.
Okay.
That sounded too happy.
way too happy.
Are y'all all right?
I got hit once, but I'm okay.
All right. Let me know if you need more healing or if you get hurt worse after that. Right now, we got to take care of these zombies.
Slowly climbing up. Well, probably not slowly. I can just pop up in like one turn because of climbing speed. 25 feet of climbing speed. Yeah. Let's go.
Also, thank you kindly for the assist on the zombie. That made it really easy. And as you pop up, you just see this, like, two parts of a zombie underneath a spectral Morning Star
Oh,
just like
Sir
ripped in
Wellington full on saw as he blasted the door. He saw this zombie go flying into the air and get bisected by that weapon. He had a nice view of it from right there.
Sir
Oh, you
Wellington. Sir Wellington's just geeking out.
Oh yeah, you also see that he has a new morning. By the way, he has a morning star in his hand. But yeah, he's just gonna be like, "Come help us with these zombies," and gonna help the other mages in the close proximity. Then.
All right, all right. There are a couple zombies left, about 4 in total. Some are lower on health, others are at full health. Sir Wellington, you get to go first, and then it will be Abigail's turn, and then back to Marcus if there's anything left. If there's anything left by that time?
Fair enough.
Okay, so I'm guessing I'm not within melee of any of them right now.
I mean, once you climb out of the hatch, you will be able to be within melee range. Yes. It's a fairly small house.
Okay.
You'd only be about 10 feet away, and it's probably gonna
No,
take
I'm
5 feet.
if I'm not in melee when I come out, I'm not going to go right into.
Oh,
melee,
okay.
is what
Yeah,
I'm
no,
saying.
you won't be in melee. No.
Then I'm just gonna pop him with an Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Alright, don't fail me, dice. And you failed me. That's a 9. Just like I'm disoriented as I come out, just chuck it, and it does not. I'm guessing it will not hit.
Wait, 9 to roll or 9 total?
9. I rolled a 3. I got and plus 6, so that's
never mind.
9 total.
That misses its AC by 1.
Yeah, I figured.
It just kind of like blows over its shoulder, and it staggers it, but it doesn't hurt it.
It feels the wind in its hair.
It does.
It's stringy,
All
dead
of a
head,
sudden,
dead
it's like
hair.
an extremely attractive zombie for like 3 seconds. No, 3/4 of a second, and then you realize like it does the hair flip thing, and then you see the other side of its face, which is severely decayed, and you're like, oh right.
Why does this seem like warm bodies? That's what this seems like.
Naz, it's now Abigail's turn. As you climb out behind Sir Wellington and see this chaos that's ensuing, what would you like to do?
What is... Oh, here. Let's do... How far is the closest one to me?
5, 10 feet away, 10 feet away.
Oh, that's not far.
No, not far at all.
I'm gonna... I'll, firebolt it. So... That's... Because I don't want to hit anyone else. That's one target, right?
Right.
Okay. That is... 18 to hit.
Oh, that very much hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 8 damage.
8 damage. All right. Are you going for one that is actively engaged? So there's one that is kind of standing a little bit back from the others, waiting its turn, and there are 2 that are actively engaged with one of the mages attacking the mage. Which one are you attacking of the 3?
Do I know that I can cast this without hurting other people?
Yeah.
I'll go for one that's hurting the mages, or engaging.
All right. Wisely chosen, as these both have less than their full amount of hit points, which means that your amount of damage will end it. How do you want to finish it off?
Um, with a firebolt, I always forget the wizards. How,
With a firebolt, you can just basically light it on fire as the dry skin and bones just go up like tinder, basically.
What a lovely smell.
Oh yeah, nothing
yeah,
quite like the
rotten
smell
flesh.
of rotten, burning flesh.
The smell of off meat barbecue.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She'll just cook it.
All right.
I don't.
you
I
just
don't know what else
barbecue
to.
it. All right.
Yeah, you just barbecue it.
All right. All right.
Nice
So
little
Yeah.
mage's
barbecue.
turn now. The mages. Okay, yeah, they easily finish off another two of the zombies. And now it's back to Marcus's turn.
How many are there? Just one?
There are two left now. No, wait, you're right.
Okay.
There's one left because there was four, and Abigail just killed one, so there's one left.
Okay, yeah, just gonna hit that guy with a mace.
Go for it.
Okay, see. That is a 19.
Close, but it doesn't quite hit it.
Wait, a 19?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It hits it. It hits it.
You bastard.
I was confused too. I was like, what?
There it is. I rolled max damage, so freaking.
Hey.
Wait, 8 plus. I'm so used to the Warhammer now, it's confusing. 13 damage.
Nice. All right.
So, yeah,
Nicely done. Yeah. You easily finish this one off with a nice blow to the head. And it's now head smashed corpse. Well, it was already a corpse. Recorpse? Corpse here? Whatever you call something that was undead and now is re-dead collapses to the ground.
Mark. Oh, hold on. Now I want to make this a moment. Marcus will smash that into his looking zombies. Well, now they're dead now. Let's go find the others.
All right, you guys are effectively out of combat. You do find the rest of your scouting party. Everyone has been able to be stabilized, luckily. Some serious wounds a couple people are missing fingers. But everyone has been stabilized and is kind of regrouping now.
Marcus
general
will
murmur-
heal those that are missing fingers. Oh,
It's okay. The general murmur is that don't worry, the clerics have already healed the ones with missing fingers. They can't bring the fingers back, but they at least heal it so it's not bleeding anymore.
okay. Well, I'll help heal the rest then.
Okay. Do you have what is it? Regenerate?
No, I am only level 3.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, how do you have that at this level? Okay, yeah. So you help.
No,
help
I meant like, help other people that don't have.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, how do you
Have
have
like
that level
cuts. I have like cuts and bruises. No, I do not have regeneration. That's like not till 6, I think.
Right? I was gonna say, the general murmur now is, should this place be made into a camp? And if so, how do they prevent more zombies from rising out of the ashes?
Yeah. So as Marcus is hearing this discussion, he'll actually turn to Abigail and go, "Are you sure you didn't find some other place? Maybe the place of zombies for us to deal with?"
No, I came to this place.
Well, shit. Are there any paladins in the group? Wait, no, divine senses are shot.
Well, it appears that the paladins all drowned due to their heavy armor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You saw
So,
them in the water
Marcus
with
gonna
you
look
sinking to the bottom when the ship first
fair
hit the
enough.
rocks.
Yeah, Marcus would have seen it. Marcus would have seen that. So yeah, after Abigail tells him that, he'll just sort of turn around and go, I don't know, there's a place better than here right now. And we just had a damn undead infestation.
Well, you did, if you remember that nat 20 perception check you had earlier, you saw two items in the distance. One was a fortress, and the other was what looked like a full-on castle up in the mountains. Um, those were set.
Or the direction, though.
Those were, from what you can tell, south by southwest, and then directly south by southeast was what appeared to be the location of the other one. But you might have your directions mixed up because you're not entirely sure which way you're facing. All you know is
Well,
that
could I look?
they weren't in the same direction necessarily as the one that you could sense the demon coming from.
Okay, so the
They were
one
in
that's
a-
empty
There were two items that were
is
empty.
a little. Okay, and one of them is a little further away from where supposedly this demon could be.
Right. They are both.
Okay.
So basically, what you saw is there was like a bustle of life and activity or unlife or whatever that was kind of off in the distance to kind of looking straight forward and a little bit to the left and then straight forward and a little bit to the right. You saw at the base of the mountains this large fortress, and then up in the mountains this massive castle in this area that looked completely desolate and abandoned.
Okay. So as soon as he remembers this and sort of takes time to remember that the place they would want to go is sort of further away from the supposed demon that would be here. He knows he's not the team, he's not the leader, but he is gonna try and sort of gather everyone that is conscious and sort of just give them the rundown on maybe finding that abandoned castle where they might be able to be safe for right now.
So you're trying to get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assist in that and like in my hand like cast off like essentially what looks like fireworks and cast minor illusion, but with my improved minor illusion it can have sound as well, so it's gonna like cause it to like have like a little firecracker like pop pop pops.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You just do that. You get everyone's attention with that very easily, except maybe Abigail's. She's not too impressed.
He's too cool for that.
She's like, the child's trying to get everyone's attention. So yeah, you now have everyone's attention. Everyone is looking at you and Sir Wellington.
I point to Marcus. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm like, go. I've done what I can.
I know. Thank you, Sir Wellington. All right. So I know we just had a little bit of a bad situation happen, but I think I may have an idea of where to go. And he's gonna. I assume now that he's outside, he can sort of see where the castle is that he wants to bring everyone to.
Yeah.
He's gonna go and point over there and say, while I was looking around, at the very least, those two right there, especially that castle there on the mountain, it looked like there was very little to no activity there. So if we're gonna want to find a place that A, doesn't have nobody, and B, doesn't have any zombies popping up out of the ground like a damn horror novel, we might want to go there. Only thing is, we gotta avoid that, and he will point to the castle with lights and everything. I don't necessarily know what the hell is over there, but all I know, and also Wellington knows, is that that thing is very dangerous. So if we head there, we will not survive. But as long as we can make it to that castle right there, it'll give us plenty of space in between that, and we'll be able to actually set up some fortifications. Any questions?
The
Sure,
mages
what-
and other scouts will just kind of murmur amongst each other. The barbarian just kind of goes, "Why can't we go fight? I mean, if we take the big castle, then it's ours, right? That sounds like fun."
Issue is with
It's filled with the really bad people.
Perfect.
They did not like me.
All the better to smash with.
no, this ain't the kind of big person you can take on. Now, I know some of y'all, and he'll point and he'll sort of glare at the not glare, but like look to the wizards and everything, the clerics have had issues being able to get information magically. That thing right there, and he'll point to there. Whatever is in there, I think it's a demon. High level demon is cutting off our communication with any of that. So the most we got to do right now is get us fortified, and then we can attack the big guy. But first, we got to make sure we're strong enough, and we got to make sure everyone is safe enough. Because if y'all don't remember, we got a bunch of kids with us, and we don't necessarily want to take them into battle. Now, do we?
Well,
You do not talk,
I-
Sir Wellington, and you do not talk either, Abigail.
He just kind of like purses his lips and like looks down.
Finally, they agree on something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, see, the kids can be a chat. Chat says, take the kids and use them as a distraction. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that and run with it. The barbarian goes, well, I mean, if nothing else, they could be used as a good distraction.
He's just gonna glare at the barbarian, just like full on, like just like shut. Not he won't say this, but he'll just basically just with his eyes say, "Shut up! You're the outlier here, buddy."
Not a
Right?
distraction, but maybe a sacrifice. I'm sure demon will perhaps.
I told you not to say anything.
Okay.
Sir Wellington
I
just
can't
looks
do it.
over at Abigail. It's like, are you volunteering?
No, the children.
Yeah, you.
Oh my goodness.
Both of y'all, just quiet. Look, I know you. We all want to fight this thing, but we gotta make sure we're safe first. At the very least, let's go there, and we can at least come up with some kind of plan that does not involve sacrificing kids. And with each word, he'll point to the barbarian, then Abigail, then Sir Wellington.
All right.
Sir Wellington just crosses his arms and like pouts a little bit.
Okay.
The I just blanked on his name. What is his name? Hang on, let me go under here. Da da da.
I can't even take myself seriously. Uh,
His name. The one wizard will kind of step forward and just kind of go, I mean, it's as good a plan as any, but I don't see why we don't go for it.
Marcus will just take a deep breath and just mouth thank you to the wizard. Just like, I need someone else sane in this.
Blinn, that's his name, Blinn. I was like, where did I put it in my notes? Blinn. Blinn will step forward and say, yeah,
Blinn,
I mean,
yeah.
it's just, is as good as a plan as any, and we can't use the children as sacrifices or distractions or anything else. That would not be right. So, I say we go back and fetch the others and make our way to the. You said there was a fortress and a castle over there, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It just
We'll,
figures castle on the mountain would be more fortified, but we can talk about it later.
yeah, that works. That works. We can go there and we could check them both out on the way if you want.
Sounds fair enough.
Did anyone find anything of use here? We scoured the place and only found a couple of things.
He's just gonna like look down at his morning star and then look toward Sir Wellington and Abigail and go, "Did y'all find anything useful?"
I just kind of look away a little bit. Keep silent.
Sir Wellington,
Looks back. What?
what did you find underneath the house?
I found powder and plants and wood.
He just will look to like the wizards or someone just like, and what were these plants and powders and wood doing? Like, well, where were they in?
Sitting on a table.
Do you have them in your bag?
Yeah.
Can I see these things?
Why?
We need some supplies for the group, and these things, these plants, wood, whatever you got, may help us. We just got to make sure they aren't poisonous.
So I'm going to I'm gonna pull out 2 of the wands. As well as like a handful of material, a very small amount of compared to what I put in there.
Right.
But to be like, there's what I found.
Can I tell if he's lying? If he's
I'm
You are
telling the
welcome-
truth.
That's true. You are welcome to roll.
I've everything I'm saying. I'm telling the truth.
You are welcome to roll
Well, like Marcus
a
is like-
contested persuasion and insight roll to see if he's telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
that, yeah. Marcus at this
Yeah,
point is like,
bored.
Goodness.
he has worked with little children in his village. He knows how they are.
Okay, come on. Okay, 60. So plus 18.
Okay, let's see. Haha! That is a, let's see, plus 5. That is a 23.
You have reason to suspect he's telling the truth, but there might be more to it.
Is there more in there? And he's gonna nudge to the bag.
Maybe.
You're bringing it
Sir
out.
Wellington's starting to look a little bit pale.
But I found it. It's mine.
Sir Wellington, bring it out.
He brings out 2 more wands. And another handful of the stuff.
Hold on, I'm actually gonna do something really quick. What was the last roll you did
19.
for the persuasion?
19 for persuasion.
18.
18. Oh.
18? Alright. He's gonna look at you, and because I kind of rolled another one just to see if he could see through it. He's gonna tap your shoulder and say, "Good job." Now let's see what these can do, because he fully believes this is what you found. Now you fully have shown him, and he's like, all right. And what is the powder? What did Marcus know? The powder or whatever?
The powder.
I've said I'm in my mind powder dust because material components would be like plants or powders and dust and things like that. So like I'd
Basically,
say
what I
powder
was
as
thinking is any spell you need components for from here on, you kind of have the components for in this bag now.
Gotcha.
There's nothing poisonous or particularly powerful or anything. It's basic alchemical and arcanic components that you would use for mixing spells or potions or such. Nothing dangerous or anything like that, and nothing special either. The wands would probably be the most special out there.
He will look at the wands and the component and go, all right, now I'll let you keep one, but then we got to make sure the others are well off. All right?
what's the nicest looking wand from the four that I put out?
There's probably a nice one that's probably made of some sort of birch. It's a bit more polished than the others. Looks a little bit more...
So a little shinier.
Yeah, it's a little shinier.
Okay, take that one.
All right.
He'll nod, and then he will make sure a couple of the other wizards get the wands too.
All right. You pass out a couple of these wands, and they'll work to determine what they are on their way back. Abigail, do you try and determine what kind of wands you have as you guys are traveling back? Or are you just keeping them hidden?
Yeah, and I'll do it away from whoever's
Okay.
gonna try to ask me what I found.
Fair enough. As you guys work your way back, nothing really of particular event happens. When you get back, Kieran has apparently finished up talking with the hooded figure that you saw on the beach earlier. If you remember when you first got back to camp, there was a hooded and cloaked figure walking down the side of the beach towards you guys, and Kieran went to confront the individual. He seems to have finished up whatever conversation was going on there and has returned now. And as you guys are returning to camp again with news that you have a potential location to investigate, we will say goodnight for the time being and leave everyone to wonder. Oh my gosh, you're right. Chat says Marcus is Mr. Rogers as a cleric. It's true though. It's
love
yes. Yes.
Oh,
Um,
that is perfect. Also, I looked up the one person from 30 Rock. Yes, he also fits him too, because I have never seen 30 Rock.
Yep, I see that. Okay, sorry. Got distracted there for a split second. So as you guys crest this hill one more time to tell everyone that you have found a location that you could potentially call your temporary home, you see Kieran off talking with the hooded figure to the side. You see a number of other people there that weren't there before. It appears that a number of other survivors have begun to show up. And you see wreckage beginning to wash ashore from your ship and a couple of the rowboats and a number of bodies. And
just with where we're leaving off, because I'm guessing it will be like pick up with as we're at the camp or like a little bit later next time. Would that be correct?
Yes.
Would I be able to have Sir Wellington go off to the side somewhere where he's not going to be disturbed, and he's just going to take time and ritual cast Identify on the different wands he's gotten, as well as the dagger.
All four
During
of them
that,
plus the
break.
dagger. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And we will start off next time with announcing what the items that Sir Wellington got. The two wands that, since you're here as a guest for this session, Naz, I'll go ahead and tell you what you got. The one that fell on the floor appears to be some sort of experimental wand. You're not entirely sure what it does. I took the experimental wand that is like the traditional one, and I've kind of homebrewed it a lot. So you have kind of this semi homebrew wand that you don't know what it does yet. You won't until you cast something with it. And then the other one, the one that you found very finely crafted, hidden in that secret compartment, is a is a wand of wonder, which basically does something random every time you cast it.
What? Okay.
So yeah, it's you get it's so you get basically it's every time you cast this wand you roll a D100 and it'll do something different with every casting.
Like completely random? Like, oh, a little bird flies out of it, or like a set random.
There it has a chart of 100-ish different things
Okay,
they can
okay,
do.
okay.
Everything from like casting fireball to casting 100 butterflies flying at high speed.
Oh, okay, so I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, not too far off. And the other one appears to fire some sort of energy beam, but you're not quite sure how it works yet. So maybe in a
Yeah,
future,
both of these I'm not too sure.
right? Maybe in a future session you can come back and guest star again as the child hating Abigail who is eager to use her new wands.
Hopefully not on children.
Hopefully not, but
Definitely
we'll
on-
definitely not.
Just everyone.
Oh my gosh.
General hatred for people is fine.
It's the half vampire coming out. So
It's just the
yeah. So starting from the top,
Just the vibes.
Ian, outro.
Yeah, I'm Ian, aka Artful Thinking, on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. Playing Sir Wellington, your sugar high gnome wizard, and yeah, had a lot of fun. It'll be interesting to see how this continues to go.
All right, Matthew.
All right. Well, my name is Matt. I have been your I'm gonna give your Mr. Roger Cleric, and I am so glad to be here. Just trying to keep things together, but it's so great. I love this campaign, this character.
And lastly, Naz. And by the way, thank you for hopping in to help fill spots.
I am Naz, and I was playing Abigail, the apparently now child hating, general hating aura, half vampire wizard. And yeah, I was part-time filling in for today.
And Abigail's older sister, Micah, is actually in a series of one-shots that we did the first one of a few months ago, the retaking of Greenwood Castle. She likes children a lot more than her sister.
Yep.
We didn't interact with children yet, so
That's true.
I'm
That's
kidding.
true.
She does. Yeah, she does.
Well, no, she did a little bit with King Greenwood's kids.
Yeah.
Then again, you kind of have to be
Did
nice
she
to the royal children, so I guess that's not a good
Yeah.
test.
She didn't like directly be mean to them, but I don't think
That's
she
true.
like talked to them.
Yeah,
So
it's just
we'll
kind
see.
of like
I'm
they
kidding, I'm
existed.
kidding.
They
Yeah.
existed.
All right, and then I am Mr. Markham on pretty much all social media. The Dungeon Lord and Shenanigan Sovereign here. Come back tomorrow to check out Legends of Kralis. And then Monday to check out Iwin Adventures, and Tuesday evening to check out the Volkdoma Vice storyline. And then bi-weekly on Sundays, they have different events. We have the one I am in, Rumors of Magic, is not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after that. And so they alternate out with a few different things on alternating Sundays. Come check this out. It's usually around 8 or 9 p.m. start times for most of the shows, each of those game nights. And give us a follow. Check out the D in Denial Discord Discord server. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night and stay frosty. Bye bye.